So now, and 29 minutes for magnesium-based life form. First off, quick save. And continue forth.
As you hold your ledger's clip under the headlamp, an iridescent hologram appears. A street grid and the veins of a great river. A familiar sensation washes over you.
There she is. Revachol West.
There's a note of pride in the lieutenant's voice.
Around the borders of the watermark are dozens, no, hundreds of micro-perforations.
Let's look at the street grid
The
first.
rectangular watermark is overlaid with the logo of the RCM, and yet the major arteries of Revachol are all recognizable. They shimmer in the Kanema's headlights.
Wait, I look around.
A rat brazenly darts past you and disappears amongst the stopped lorries. In the distance, a child somewhere shrieks. A woman reprimands her in a voice no quieter than the child's cry.
Ah, Martinez.
He smells the air and says, "Where are we on this?"
Let me see.
He takes the ledger for a moment and inspects it.
Right here.
He says, his finger near the top of the map, on a segment of coast jutting out into the great ocean. I'm pretty sure I've seen worse. Oh, I've definitely seen worse.
Oh, yes. Coal City. Le Royaume. The burnt-out quarter.
I look at the perforations.
There are many of them, and they are divided into 3 separate rows.
I tally up them.
The first row has 18 dots.
Not bad.
Not bad for what? You don't even know what it means yet.
I do. I don't, but 18 is a pretty good number. What about the next one?
The next is the longest. It runs all the way around the border, and then some. There are so many, it's hard to count. More than 150, at least. Maybe even 200.
The last row?
The last row has 3 perforations. As you look at them, you feel your index finger reflexively contract 3 times.
Seems like something I've done before.
And something you'll do again before this is all over.
Hey, Kim, what do all these holes mean?
Those are perforations. They represent your record as an officer of the RCM. They are your statistics, as it were. I should have guessed you'd keep a record. Officers often do. Let's take a look. The first row represents your years of service. 18 years. Okay, not bad at all. What did you do before you volunteered?
I walked away. Where's Elysium's account? I was a hobo and I lived under a boat.
You know, the RCM is a volunteers organization. We would have no qualms with vagrants joining our ranks were they qualified. But let's move on, shall we?
Shall we?
This next row, the one that wraps all the way around, is your number of closed cases. Closed is good. It means finished. You've got, let's see, wow, more than 200.
Is that a lot?
It's quite a lot, even for someone who's been on the force for nearly 2 decades. Usually, clearing more than 10 cases a year puts you in the 90th percentile of all RCM officers.
So I used to be good. Some soundness, I guess. What's the last number?
You know the answer already. The tingle in your index finger gave it away.
Those are my confirmed kills. 3 of them.
That's right. How did you know?
Because I feel a twitch in my index finger.
Ah, right. Sometimes the brain's able to preserve certain responses even when conscious memory has been, let's say, misplaced. For an RCM officer, especially Precinct 41, which is in the Jamrock Quarter, it's rather tame. I mean that in a good way. There are certain officers who treat their kills like some kind of ghoulish game. If they do happen to solve a case, it's usually by accident.
It's obvious the lieutenant doesn't think very highly of these officers.
But it seems as though you are, or at least were, one of the good ones. So we have that to be thankful for.
You know what a really fun trait for this character that I'm playing is? Who's just like a really bad and weird person, but is a pacifist? Or tries to be a pacifist? Oh, fuck it, that sounds fun. I'm gonna try and go out of my way to try and not hurt anybody. Physically. Emotionally, sure. But, we'll see where that takes us. Have you ever killed anyone?
Yes.
How do you handle the strain?
Everyone has their own method of coping. Some more effective or self-destructive than others.
He gives you a meaningful look.
Personally, I find it helps to keep up a few hobbies.
Such as?
Oh, this and that. Let's not get into it now.
Maybe I should find a hobby.
Why not gardening? You've already got the gloves.
He points at your yellow gardening gloves. Thanks.
The lieutenant nods.
Alright, let's go.
Right. I'll go turn off the lights.
He presses the remote control on the key. It really helps that it's also fairly cold in my room right now. I thought that was like a baby chicken right there. It helped that it's fairly cold in my room right now. So I was like... What is that? What is the button that helps me highlight stuff? Oh, there we go. Tab. I could go back inside and talk to whoever is in there. Ooh, what's this?
This Post Lavatorie mail collection box has been heavily vandalized with graffito. A closer inspection reveals 2 bullet holes in the front.
Interesting. Ooh, and there's a bottle right there. I can sell that. Maybe. What's the difference between graffito and graffiti?
A faint sticker on the side reads, RCM Emergencies Desk number 8102, with a slogan, Mankind, be vigilant.
Good mail delivery box.
The box seems happy.
Good.
Eat shit pig, fucked by the coon, and St. G with a crown have been scribbled on it. Jenny is a whore, and best set mailbox also.
Been there, Post Lavatorie. Mail collection box. Been
The mail
there.
collection box seems cathartic, thankful even. So
This
do
doesn't
you.
help me.
You shudder. Then you swallow.
I leave. Mail collection box is my friend. I can't do anything with this bottle. I did see one of the things here was like you need to equip a plastic bag to pick up bottles. So if I find one, oh, the book appears to be erotica, but without actual erotica. On the cover stands a very muscular man. This is a book about pate. Crime, romance, and biographies of famous people. Thrilling. This book, you don't understand what it's about, and it also doesn't seem important. Who's saying that? A book about that culture. A book about the future. The government reads your mind using radio technology. Hey.
Hello, sir. Step right in. The store is open.
I am the law.
I know, sir.
She stomps her feet to feel warmer.
Are you interested in a new and exciting book?
What kind of store is this anyway?
It's a bookstore, sir. We sell books, postcards, and some board games.
Board games.
It's called Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
Can I buy a crime romance biography of famous people board game?
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold your horses, little girl.
What is a book?
That is a book. They have stories inside them. It's like someone told you a story in a really long letter.
I see. What is a postcard?
A postcard is a small cardboard picture. You can write a few words on the other side and send it to your friend or beloved.
Board game.
Board games are like little games on a table, made to pass the time. There are several different ones, but sailors here mostly buy cards.
Interesting. This is useful for the future. Thank you. Kim, how do we use this to solve a crime?
My pleasure. Anything else you'd like to know?
What if I asked you more questions?
Okay, sir. I'll try to answer any questions you have. I hope they're about books.
What is your name, Annette?
My name is Annette, sir.
Oh.
My mum, her name is Plaisance. She owns the
Plaisance.
store. She's inside, minding the register, or organising the stock.
The girl gazes at the window, then suddenly jolts, her eyes wide as if recalling something.
Feel free to step in and browse our wares.
And you're standing out here in the cold because...
I'm signalling that the store is open. Otherwise, people might not know. They'd miss out on the crime, romance, and biographies of famous people.
Okay, which option do we want to... Maybe I should have a word with the store owner. Good trooper you are. Value the learning of hard work. Yeah, fuck it, why not? Such a good trooper you are, already learning the value of hard work.
Thank you, sir. I'm happy to help Mum out with the store.
She smiles and stands upright like a little soldier. School, question mark, I say
I do
to
my
her.
studies at home at the moment. I have to help Mum keep this place running.
What's school?
School? Well, mine is a big yellow building on Boogie Street, and the
Boogie.
people there run it. They say it's a charity.
School is dumb.
Mum says it's necessary to do both because it builds character. Mum says a proper worker is dutiful. That's how you get ahead in life. You succeed.
I could use some help building my character. School never taught me about where to put my skill points.
There is stress and unease behind these words. She's reciting etiquette.
How's business?
Mum says it's peachy.
What is a
She was a
peach?
little afraid at first. There's talk about this house being cursed.
Cursed? How?
Cursed in the way that makes them say that no business has ever really thrived here, sir. That they all go...
Ass up.
I wouldn't really say it like that, but I guess so.
That sounds rather serious. I should probably look into that.
We can go into the bookstore and ask about the case, but I don't see much more to look into here.
There's a curse afoot, Kim, and it might be a sexy curse, like this murderer definitely is.
Yes, please do look at our wares inside. The postcards and board games you asked about are also there, sir.
What about the other failed businesses?
Nothing really, sir. Mum doesn't allow me to sneak around in the back rooms or the cellar. I don't really know what's there.
How does this curse manifest itself?
It does not manifest itself in any way. It does not exist. I liked it better when we were talking about whether it's appropriate to stand out in the freezing weather.
But Kim, the plasmic manifestations.
No such thing.
The lieutenant stands at your side, stern and serious.
Anything else you wanted to talk about, sir?
Mm-hmm. Enough about the curse. For now.
Maybe I can tell you about some of our books instead.
What is this crime business?
Crime fiction is about murders or burglaries or things like that, and the work of a policeman or a private detective who's trying to solve a crime and catch the criminals.
These are good responses. The cop who doesn't know what crime is very funny to me. Wait, not crime fiction. I need to know what crime is. It's that bad.
Crime is a deviation from the law, punishable by either a civil or criminal sentencing. It's what the law prevents.
So, crime is like bad. Why would anyone want to read about crime?
It's exciting to people, I guess. They get to imagine dangerous things, and it's kind of like a puzzle, where you can guess who the criminal is, or how the good guys are going to catch him.
I'm a policeman myself, by the by. The law, as I said.
You don't look much like a policeman.
Oh. Well, I'm starting to look more like a magnesium-based life form. What does a cop look like?
Didn't mean to offend, sir. Sorry, sir. It's just that you don't look like Dick Mullen.
She points to a book cover on which you see a strapping Vespertine officer. He stands grimly over the body of a dead woman. Wow, look at that guy. I'll never be as good as Mullen.
Don't say that. He's not even real. You're real.
Overshadowed by a fake man? That's harsh.
Cheer up, sir. It's much easier being a fictional character. He doesn't have to deal with real things.
Taxes. I don't know what a peach is, but I do know what taxes are.
Maybe you can show me some real deductive police work, sir. Like in the books.
Annette, you are too good to be having a conversation with me. If you were a real person, you'd know to run anywhere away from me. What is romance?
It's the type of book where there's a rich lady and she has to choose between the good man and the bad man.
She smiles at the thought, perhaps imagining herself in that situation.
Or there could be a story about a poor lady getting a rich man. It's about man and lady business, sir.
What if both of the men are bad?
These are not very common. You can't have a choice between bad and bad. Nobody wants to read a story like that.
Twilight. What if it's written really well? Well, maybe not that one.
Well, maybe then it's fine. Maybe if the lady then decides not to pick either, because she
nothing like
doesn't need a bad man. Yes, that would be interesting.
Based. What if a poor man getting a rich lady?
It happens, but usually the guy gets rich in the process. Or should actually be rich himself, but has lost his family property unjustly, like during the revolution or something.
Aladdin. I see.
Those are unhappy books, for most of the pages. People sad about what they have lost, but then it all turns out just fine in the end.
What about everyone is poor?
That's really not a proper romance story. That's more like everyday life.
Yeah, poor people are boring.
I guess, yes. People in books are always very interesting, especially the romance people.
What about a book where the man and lady business doesn't work out at all?
I haven't read many of those. Maybe you should ask Mum.
Yeah, you think she has one about an excruciatingly painful breakup?
I don't think it's a romance story if the main characters break up, though.
She pauses, trying to figure out the appropriate answer. Annette, please leave. Please just... I promise I won't, follow you into that store if you, run away. No, think about it. One where they plunge into a torrid spiral of pain and recrimination, and it's really long and drawn out, scarred for life, phantom limb.
No, I don't know.
She looks at you with puzzlement. Doesn't ring a bell? I'll ask your mother.
Yes, she knows books. Definitely.
What was that? An idea for an unfinished novel stuck somewhere in your forebrain?
I only have one brain, not four.
Later, when you get the chance, you should address these issues by getting drunk. That'll show them.
You're so smart, electrochemistry. That's enough about
Maybe
love.
some about other books?
Who are famous people?
Oh, kings and queens and generals of old, or artists and writers, or musicians, those kinds of people. There's usually something extraordinary about them.
I see.
I think that's why people read them, to find the secrets of their fame.
Seems like most people who read those books fail to get more famous from reading them.
So people like Danny da Vinci or Leonardo da Vinci. Reading those books doesn't make the readers more famous, does it?
But it does make the famous people more famous.
Fame sounds delicious. Maybe someone will write a book about me one day.
Why would they do that, sir?
Why indeed? I'm just an old, tired cop. What use am I?
You're not that old. Maybe you'll do something really important, something that wows the world.
You think so?
Yes, there's hope. A lot of famous people got famous late, or even after they've died.
That doesn't sound that great. Some can't get noticed, others can't get properly forgotten. That's life for
I
you.
think you just have to live a happy life. No need to worry about fame or think bad thoughts.
Oh, it's that easy, huh? Just don't be sad, forehead. Ooh. Eep. Okay, I'm going to deduce something now. I have +1 anxious body language, and I'm also afraid of the curse.
The girl keeps her hands folded, hidden. Why is that?
Hey, why do you keep your hands folded? What did I roll and what did I... Ooh. So it was a 12 and I rolled a 13. That was real easy.
What do you mean, sir?
You don't need to be... Well, you can show them to me.
She looks around anxiously. Her hands remain folded in front of her. She doesn't want to show them. The lieutenant stands by, looking at the two of you with little interest.
It's okay.
She brings out her reddened hands, her nails frayed, nearly chewed down to the flesh.
You bite your nails.
And you knew this from me keeping my hands folded?
She shoots you a suspicious glance. Yeah.
Well, that proves nothing. Anyone could do an easy deduction like that.
Her eyes flash with defiance. She's not impressed. You think so? Fine, do better. Deduce something about me.
You're quite sober.
She snaps back quickly.
The lieutenant does not flinch at the comment. He does not flinch even a single bit. He is intensely not flinching. It takes effort.
I am also sad and my head hurts.
I'm sorry, sir. I hope things get better soon.
She looks you in the eye, a gleam of sympathy on her face.
There she stands, swaying on her feet, assaulted by the early spring breeze. She smiles at you. The whole situation suddenly feels familiar, somehow.
Oh. Alright, so I need to roll an 11. And my suggestion is 0, I think is what this means. I have a 17% chance. Well, let's get lucky.
You've absolutely no idea. Familiar? How? You must have forgotten something you heard again.
Okay, well, see you around. Oh,
Magnesium-based life form.
I was about to say Hobocop again.
We tell them, hell no. You're about to become a magnesium-based life form. The age of the primitive carbon man is done. No longer must mankind rely on slow-working background radiation to take us further into our genetic destiny. This is the era of guided evolution, and magnesium is the key. You are the first of your species. The next step in human evolution. An advanced magnesium proto-man who mags it up, drinks it down, and sniffs it sideways.
So for this, I get +2 volition. But I also get -1 logic. I assume this is what this means, right? Right? -1 logic, +2 volition. Now, volition. So logic could go down, but volition go up. What does volition do for me? Deduce the world. So it has a total of 2. No, but this now has... Wait, hold on. Oh, this gives me so much more of this morale. But it makes my logic go down. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. If someone in the comments can... I'm still looking for an explanation. Speaking of an explanation, it's no longer snowing. It wasn't really an explanation, it was just more of a statement. Speaking of statements, it's the end of this episode. Goodbye.